Good evening and welcome to another Gutter Chat House. I'd hope to bring you another video interview this week with a brand new band. Unfortunately, we couldn't get ourselves in the right place at the right time to do the interview. They're busy at the moment putting together details of a brand new single release. More about those in a moment. But first, let's return to the first interview that we did with Darren Bickerton. A lot of you found this interview very interesting, and I'd just like to say that Darren is currently planning world domination with his band The Unresolved, and hopefully once we get through this that lockdown, we'll hopefully see them back out on the scene and playing lots of rocking music for you. Darren's been getting a few lessons off Chris Holmes of the legendary band Wasp, so we can expect lots of guitar licks from Darren in the future too. Anyway, on to Nick Hughes, who was the second guest on my show. Nick, as you know, is with a band called the Middle Night Men. This week they released their brand new single, BA Baby. Well worth checking out. And also the video premiere tomorrow night, or even tomorrow even, on Viva La Rock. For the same single, BA Baby. Check out the video. It's well worth seeing. The video was made during lockdown and probably the best lockdown video that I've seen so far. Unless you can point me in the direction of a better one. But there's an awful lot of work gone into it. Over 300 hours of work putting this video together, and it's well worth checking out. That's the Middle Night Men, and that's Nick Hughes' brand new project, BA Baby. Incidentally, the single, if you want to purchase it, is out for purchase on the 19th of June. Anyway, on to my next band that I'd like to point out to you. They should have been my guests this week. They're a brand new band called Baxter, and that's spelled Baxtr. They've got a brand new single out on the 18th of June. The single is called Bloom. They're a three-piece band who want to remain faceless, which is part of the reason why I couldn't set up the interview with them, because they want to remain faceless at the moment until the release of the new single Bloom. I think they want to make a point of the music doing the talking for them to begin with. But I can tell you that the band comprise Floss, Basher and Keiko. Anyway, what to expect from the first single? I have heard it, and it is very, very good. If you like your power pop, you're going to like this. It's I expected it to be very sugary, sweet kind of thing, but it's got a bit more of a raw edge to it, this. So well worth checking out. Incidentally, they're inspired by 80s pop bangers, quiche 90s guitar bands, and a smattering of Britpop. These women set out to make flamboyant, empowering, and shamelessly danceable guitar pop. Yes, go buy the single on the 18th of June. You'll be well chuffed with buying that. And then anyway, on to my next band. Yeah, looks as though I'm covering a few singles on this show. The next band up, well worth checking out. Great live band. I discovered them at Camden Rock Festival a few years ago. The band are the Dorellas. New single that was out last week, Inner City Rock and Roll. Well worth checking out if you're into your glam punk rock and roll in the vein of Thunders, New York Dolls and early Manics. It's got a bit of a punky 77 vibe to it also. So go check it out, and we look forward to the album Something's Gotta Give later in the year. Anyway, here we go now on to a single that's has not quite come out yet. It's by one of my favourite bands, Spunk Volcano and the Eruptions. Yes, they've got a new single coming out on the 26th of June. It's called Football in the Sun. It's not on the last album. It's a brand new song. It's backed with Teenagers and Down the Shops, I think it is. Just go check that out at some point. It's a great little song from what I can gather. I've not been able to hear it yet, but I've looked around and I found a little bit of info about it. It's got some great lyrics to it, as you would expect from Mr. Spunk Volcano. It takes us back to a nostalgic time of around 30 years ago when we used to head to the park and kick a ball around. With the lyrics on this song, sat on the grass with a panda pops, you've got a wagon wheel all around your chops. And yes, we used to use jumpers, and we used to use them for made up goalposts, or jumpers made up for nets, as he says. And one more line for you, which you can recall: dog shit on the pitches, with the line, sticks like glue to your training shoe. I'm looking forward to this one from Spunk Volcano, and you should too. 26th of June, that's out. Go and purchase it now on pre-order. And incidentally, all those other singles can be bought on pre-order. That's the Baxter and the Middle Night Men. The Dorellas you can purchase immediately. And on that note, I'd like to move forward and just give you the lowdown on one other musical item that I'm still listening to. That would be the City Kids. I'm hoping to interview them at some point in the future. But for now, go check out their brand new album. It's well worth listening to. And watch this space at some point, because there will be a connection to the City Kids via myself. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this little catch-up. It's a little bit brief this time, yes, I know. But hopefully we'll be back with another interview in the Gutter Chat House. Anybody who fancies being interviewed by me, drop me a line, private message me, and we'll see if we can set something up for you. Okay, in the meantime, stay safe.